As long as we're on the topic of competition, let's transition into that chapter. Why do we need to take action in sales? We cannot become complacent. We need to take action in sales to stay ahead of our competition. If you have a professional sports team and they are not taking action, the worst team in the league will beat them. In fact, the Pee Wee League will beat them. Too many salespeople don't take enough action. You can already see it. The stats are showing 22% of their day is action towards sales. That means 78% of their day, the competition could get ahead of them. How many of you would like to know beyond a shadow of a doubt that you will drive past your competition every day? How many of you believe that sales is a competitive sport? It is. Whether you're a competitor or not, people will take your clients and they will be unapologetic about it. And so what we want to do is become the best at what we do, so that old saying, I have no competition. Well, that saying is false. We all have competition. What the saying should be is, I have no competition that can catch me. Why? Because I'm always driving my sales vehicle. My engine is always firing. So, as I like to do, let's start off with a little quote, a little old quote actually. Ignorance is voluntary misfortune. All right. So, what was Nicholas Ling saying? You cannot just ignore your competition. Maybe he wasn't intending competition, but I'll paraphrase for him. When I work with salespeople, they very often do not talk about their competition. And what I mean by that, they'll put them down, which I think is the worst thing that you can do. Never put your competition down in front of your client. That's just my opinion, right? Always take that higher road, but we still have to know them. So I'm a big Dodger fan. And of course, this was a great year, not for sports watching per se. It was hard watching it through all the COVID, but here's what I knew about the Dodgers playing in the World Series. I knew that they would look at the footage of their competitors, right? The Rays. I knew that they would watch tape on them. To ignore them would create voluntary misfortune. You have to strategize against them. You have to know about your competition. If in sports they do it all the time, in sales we find people ignoring their competition, and we cannot. We need to know what they're doing. Now, if you look up rival in the dictionary, think about this. It's a person or thing competing with another for the same objective, or for superiority in the same field of activity. Woo! Hey, look, what I'm reading there is there's only going to be one number one. Now, it's also one striving for competitive advantage, or it's an attempt to equal or surpass someone. All right. I think it's fair to say that the competition is out there, and we have to understand them.